What's up, everybody? DJ Bucky here from Move the Sticks. Bucky in studio there in Culver City. I'm in the comfy confines of the home office today. Nice. This is a sweet gig I got set up here, Bucky. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm good to go. Like, while in your absence, I'm just sitting here doing all kinds of stuff, talking about rookie projections. Can't wait to talk to him about it.
Yeah, we've got your article. That's what we're going to do here. Your article, rookie projections, looking at some of the top rookies, what you expect to see from them year one. I figure what we do here in this video is let's just go over your numbers. You explain why you gave them the numbers you gave them, and then I'll say whether higher or lower, whether I'm in agreement with you here or whether I think you've underestimated or overestimated. How about Jared Goff here, Bucky? The numbers you had, 3,300 pass yards, 19 touchdowns, 12 picks.
I believe Jared Goff is going to be forced to be a playmaker for this offense. Despite the presence of Todd Gurley, I believe they're going to really focus on taking away the Pro Bowl running back, and they're going to put it on the shoulders of Jared Goff to have to make throws all over the yard. I like what the Rams have done in terms of surrounding him with guys that can catch the ball on the perimeter, make plays with the ball in his hands. You're talking about a Tavon Austin, bringing a Pharaoh Cooper, Tyler Higbee. Those guys are going to get plenty of opportunities. I believe because they're moving to more of a shotgun offense, he's going to throw the ball a little more than we anticipate. Todd Gurley will still be a major factor in that offense, but defenses, particularly defense in the NFC West, are going to take Gurley away and make Jared Goff prove that he can beat them through the air.
Yeah, I just think points in particular are going to be hard to come by, whether you're throwing it or running it inside this division with all the talent on the defensive side of the ball. And I think that interception number climbs. I think the yards you have there, 3,300, that's realistic. 19 touchdowns, I could see that happening as well. 12 interceptions. I think that number will be a little bit higher. I think it'll be a little bit closer in terms of, maybe 18, 19 touchdowns, 15, 16 picks, somewhere right in there, a little bit close to even.
I might be close to even. Young quarterbacks are hard to project, rookie quarterbacks in particular, because they're learning the game. It depends on really how well he handles the blitz. If he can handle blitz, I believe the Rams can light people up. Really depends on Jared Goff and his maturity as he makes a transition from Cal to the LA Rams.
One thing about Goff, he's played every game there at Cal, so he's been very durable, and that'll be big. In order for him to put up good numbers, he's got to be out in the field 16 weeks. All right, Ezekiel Elliott, 4th overall pick, one of the most hyped picks in this entire draft, talented running back out of Ohio State. The numbers you have here, buddy, Bucky, pretty ambitious here. 250 carries, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and you even threw in some receptions there, 30 catches, 250, and 2 receiving touchdowns there, Buck.
I was being conservative. If Darren McFadden can get 1,000 yards behind that offensive line, I know that Zeke Elliott can surpass those totals. This is the best offensive line in football. We talk about 4 first-round talents. I know La'el Collins was an undrafted guy, but look, we had first-round grades on him. Being able to maul and mash at the point of attack, dynamic running back, a guy that can do it inside, outside, can catch the ball out the backfield. He is the focal point of the offense because they're trying to alleviate some of the pressure on Tony Romo. And ultimately, when you're a defensive coordinator, you have to make a decision. Am I going to double team Dez Bryant and take away the passing game, make sure Tony Romo is uncomfortable, or am I going to crowd the box and dare leave my corners one-on-one with Dez Bryant? I think they're going to take away Dez early. And my guy, Ezekiel Elliott's going to be a 100-yard machine. Look for him to push for the rushing title this year.
What about Run DMC and Alfred Morris? We're just going to pretend like I didn't sign him here, Buck? Come on.
Oh, no, they're there. They can come and spell them at the end of games. Like, if they're winning games, those guys can come in and kind of clean it up. But this is going to be the Ezekiel Elliott show. He's going to be the focal point. Look for him to get the bulk of the carries. Those other guys can spell them. They can come in there in case he gets hurt or just to make sure he needs a Gatorade drink. But that's it. Ezekiel Elliott is toting the rock.
All right, 1,300. Look, you convinced me there. I'll give you that. 1,300 yards for Ezekiel Elliott. Corey Coleman, 15th pick here to the Cleveland Browns. My favorite wide receiver. I know you love him as a wide receiver as well, coming out of Baylor. You have him projected 50 catches, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. Don't sound like big numbers here, Bucky, considering some of the rookies we've had at the receiver position make a big impact over the last few years. But there's, somebody can throw him the football. I don't know if his old Baylor guy there and RG3 is going to be able to get that done. So 50 receptions, 700 yards, 5 TDs. I can get with those numbers.
He's a tough one to project because a lot of it is dependent upon the quarterback. And also, remember, Baylor wide receivers have struggled a little bit in the transition to the National Football League. They play in a very simple system at Baylor. They don't do a lot of routes. Look, we talked about the 4 routes he runs. Can he advance and do some of those complex things that Hugh Jackson may ask him to do? Ultimately, worst case, he's a vertical threat, a guy that can make those home run plays. May not be a natural number 1 receiver immediately, but he's going to have contributions. I'm counting on him to make plays, but this team is going to be a run-first team. They're going to try and get those plays in the passing game off play action.
I think he's going to get some home runs, Bucky. I'm not envisioning a lot of receptions year one, a little bit lower total, but I think the yards per catch will be sky high. He'll have some big plays. He's going to get you a couple 40, 50-plus yard touchdowns, some home runs he can hit there for Hugh Jackson and this offense. All right, Hunter Henry, tight end, going to San Diego. I know Antonio Gates there, kind of at the end of his career. Your projections, though, 55 catches, 750 yards, and 6 touchdowns. I think that'd be a heck of a year there for Hunter Henry.
Has to be a heck of a year. Ken Wisenhunt has already talked about being a little more conservative with this offense, protecting Phillip Rivers, taking the ball out of his hands a little bit. That doesn't mean he won't throw it. He'll just be up on the center a little bit, more play action, try and get the running game untracked. And when they get the running game untracked, there are going to be some opportunities for Hunter Henry to get down the seams on play action. Very natural pass catcher. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Jason Witten with what he can do. As Antonio Gates kind of phases out of the offense because he's near the end of his career, Hunter Henry will get more opportunities. Look for him to have a big first year because he's the future at the position for the Chargers.
I like Hunter Henry a lot, Bucky. I'm going to stay a little bit lower on the receptions. I'm going to say a little bit lower on the yards, but I think the 6 touchdowns, I like that number. I could even see him maybe going a little bit north of there. Antonio Gates has been the security blanket when they get down there in the red zone. He's been a touchdown machine for Phillip Rivers. That connection is there. I think you're going to see that connection develop very quickly here with Hunter Henry. I think he's going to be a big red zone target. But your guy, Keenan Allen, I think that's why some of these yardage numbers and reception numbers hang a little bit lower, because if Keenan Allen is healthy, he is the number one, without a doubt, go-to guy for Phillip Rivers.
Not only that, then you get Travis Benjamin coming over. It could be tough. I know Ken Wisenhunt is talking about, we're going to be a little more conservative. We're going to run the ball more. But we got to see if Melvin Gordon or whoever is that running back can get it done. Phillip Rivers ultimately is going to have the call. He's going to throw the ball around the yard. They have a lot of weapons. I believe the middle of the field is open. And I think of all the choices, most defensive coordinators are going to leave the one-on-one on Hunter Henry. He beats that, which is why I think he can have a big year.
All right, Bucky, this was fun. That's just a little snapshot there at your article. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to go to NFL.com, check out Bucky's article. A lot of projections here for these rookies. What can you expect in year one? Fascinating reading. Good work, Buck. It's nice to be with you. I'm at home. You're in studio. We'll be together again very soon, I promise. It's very comfortable in here, though. Got the AC finally cranked up a little bit. Doing a nice, comfortable room temperature in here. I know it gets a little cold in that studio.
Absolutely. But now the big question is, do you have on your pajamas? Or are you fully dressed under that because we can't see you?
We're not going to tilt the camera down. That's all I'm saying there, Buck. That's going to do it for us here on this video. Be sure to check out, we got a new podcast up. You can check that out, NFL.com/podcast. You can find it on iTunes. And be sure to dance around here on YouTube. We got a lot of videos out there you can check out. A lot of evergreen content. It doesn't go out of style, Buck. You don't move the sticks content. It's always there for you if you need it.